The Bibb County Sheriff's Office is looking for 2 people after a gas station was robbed in Macon. Right before 4 a.m., a man went into the Circle K on Riverside Drive, pulled out a gun and pointed it at the store clerk. He took some money and then left, meeting another man outside. Now, no one was injured, but the suspect is described as wearing all dark clothing with a mask. The second suspect that was waiting outside was wearing a blue hoodie and dark pants. More information will be released when it becomes available, and we will, of course, keep you updated both on air and online. And a manhunt is on after a robbery at a South Macon gas station. Bibb County investigators are looking for this man who is said to have robbed the Texaco on Hartley Bridge Road late Saturday night. A report says the suspect went into the store, pulled out a gun, and started demanding money. Now, he ended up getting some cash, we're not sure how much, before running off. There were no reported injuries. He is described as wearing all black with gloves, sunglasses, and white sneakers. If you know who this man is or if you have any information about this incident, you're asked to call the Bibb County Sheriff's Office or Macon Regional Crime Stoppers. A Macon apartment complex is being sued as ongoing violence continues in and around the area. Macon-Bibb County filed a lawsuit yesterday against the owners, agents, and corporations of Autumn Trace Apartments on Rocky Creek Road because of criminal activity. The sheriff's office has called the complex a hub for gang and drug-related activity, including murders, gunfights, break-ins, and home invasions. Mayor Lester Miller released a statement about the lawsuit, saying that public safety is top priority and that he will not tolerate businesses not taking appropriate measures to protect people.
The Bibb County Law Enforcement Center, built 46 years ago, and today in 2026, it's roughly 100 inmates over capacity, according to the sheriff. But with continued reports of violence and inmate deaths behind these walls, on the other side, people are speaking out. Loved ones left behind. People like Antonio Paldo, whose cousin, 55-year-old Rachel Robinson, died in custody in mid-January.
Always smiling. Very likable individual. She just happened to be an individual that has mental health issues.
Her cause of death has yet to be determined since Georgia Department of Investigation has taken over. Same as in the case of Kyle Gauntney.
This is not a black-white issue. It is a social issue.
Gauntney's widow, Patrice Dunn, says her late husband also suffered from mental health issues.
He was trying to get his life together, had been clean. He found out that his mother had stage 4 cancer and she had less than a month to live, and it kind of took him down the loop again.
Back in custody for a second time at the Bibb County LEC. He'd only been there a week before he died in June of 2025. Law enforcement said it was a suicide after he hanged himself in his cell.
I just didn't see him wanting to kill himself, so I immediately thought that he had been murdered or either he had been severely beaten. If he took his life, it's because they led him to it. The conditions were so horrible or just could not deal the mental. He was on a drug and he had to have been trying to come off of it. They didn't do anything for him.
Aldo and Dunn share concerns, conditions inside the jail, and what care people suffering from their own mental health receive.
Number one, people with mental illness shouldn't be in jail unless they probably don't committed a crime that was outrageous. She hadn't did that.
Paldo says his cousin battled schizophrenia.
Whenever Rachel do have a episode, her pattern is to go to the hospital.
Which is exactly where she was on November 22nd, 2025, where she was arrested and charged with simple battery of a law enforcement officer.
Rachel needed medical attention, not jail.
But jail is where she remained until her death nearly 2 months later. We requested BSO's policy and procedures for arresting suspects or people who are in a state of mental health crisis, as well as that for BSO's handling of inmates with mental health crises. This is the redacted one-page document we received. A, request a backup deputy and always do so when the person will be taken into custody. B, when a deputy encounters a person displaying signs of mental illness, always do the following. fine. Take time to evaluate the situation. Don't abuse or threaten the person. Avoid unnecessary excitement. Provide assurance that the deputy is there to help. Attempt to problem solve. And attempt to gather as much information as possible. Finally, the document indicates community mental health resources are available through local hospitals, like the one where Rachel was when she was arrested.
As far as putting these people in jail, and you have guards there that don't have the capability or the knowledge of how to handle individuals who's going through mental health issues. It's like people that have mental health issues are being thrown to the wayside, and that's unfair.
In addition to those with mental illness and substance abuse issues, Paldo and Dunn are concerned for other inmates as well.
You've got homeless people, people who don't have the money, who are non-criminals, non-violent, who are in there, who don't have the money to get out, and so they're just stuck in there.
They say if these issues are addressed, then perhaps the lengthy list of community concerns pertaining to the jail might be addressed as well.
It's not a Republican or a Democratic issue. This is a humanity issue, that these people are left inside this facility and they don't have a voice and they don't have anybody to speak out for them.
Pioneering civil rights leader Jesse Jackson is dead at age 84. His Rainbow Push Coalition says the Reverend died peacefully this morning alongside his family. His death follows his struggle with a rare brain disease. Jackson is remembered as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s protege, who became more prominent after his mentor's assassination. His original Rainbow Coalition is historic because it brought together people of all races. The Rainbow Push Coalition says public observances for Jackson will take place in Chicago.
Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. Starting out this morning, we had some fog across Middle Georgia, and right now we're in the sunshine, and we'll see another beautiful day here in Middle Georgia with a good deal of sunshine this afternoon, and it will be rather mild as well. Despite a chilly start this morning, we'll be going to the low 70s for this afternoon. Now, looking into tomorrow, we'll see perhaps a few more clouds moving into Middle Georgia. So tomorrow right now looks mostly cloudy, but despite the clouds tomorrow, again, we will be on the dry side. And then as we look into Thursday, again, I think we'll see a good deal amount of cloudiness sticking around Middle Georgia with some peaks of sunshine. But again, I think staying dry on Thursday. Now, as we get into Friday, we're going to see the clouds sticking around, and we could end up seeing a few showers around Friday, especially in the afternoon hours. And not only Friday, but lingering into Saturday as well, we'll see another chance of rain as we're looking at another cold front that will be moving into Middle Georgia Saturday, and that'll bring some cooler air behind that into Sunday and the first of next week. So as of it looks right now, our next chances of rain here in Middle Georgia will be Friday into Saturday. And this, again, is much needed rain for us as we continue to be rather dry. So we will be staying dry today through Thursday. Notice the chances of rain begin to ramp up Friday into Saturday. And then behind that cold front Sunday, we'll dry it out. Sunshine will return. But we'll also see colder air moving in as well as we get into Sunday and the first of next week. Now, over the next 7 days, we could pick up about an inch of rain here in Middle Georgia. And again, this would be what we'll see Friday into Saturday. And as we said, very much needed here in our area. And another big story is going to be the temperatures over the next several days. Now, the average high this time of year is 64. Now, we will be above that today right on into Saturday. But Sunday, behind the cold front, we'll notice some more cooler air moving back into Middle Georgia. So that will bump our daytime highs back down to below average as we get into Monday and Tuesday, likely not even getting out of the 50s. And that's going to be a real shock to the system as this week we'll be going up to the upper 70s, possibly even near 80 degrees on Friday. But by the time we get to next Thursday, you can see getting back up closer to that 70-degree mark. So by next Thursday, we'll be running back a little bit above average. So a little quick glancing blow of cool air Sunday into the first of next week. So today we're going to see a good deal of sunshine this afternoon, low, maybe some mid-70s out there. And then tonight we'll see clouds begin to move in. We also could see a little fog again tonight as well. So we'll start tomorrow morning right around 50 degrees, which was much more milder than we saw this morning. And then looking at our 10-day forecast, we'll see, as I said, the clouds moving in tomorrow with mid-70s, upper 70s possibly Thursday and Friday. And there's the chance of showers around Friday and Saturday ahead of a cold front. And then Sunday into the first of next week, we'll notice that colder air moving back in when our daytime highs will be dropping back down to the 50s, overnight lows 30s, possibly some 20s around on Wednesday morning, but we'll rapidly warm it back up to the 50s for our lows on Thursday morning.
Urban Meyer built college football dynasties.
Football is a way of life.
Mark Ingram II ran his way to a Heisman.
I'm gonna do the rest of the show with this thing.
Rob Stone calls it like he sees it. This is the Triple Option, where legends tackle the biggest headlines in college football and the NFL with guests who don't hold back.
You're not winning with that owner.
Wow.
It's football talk that hits harder than game day. The Triple Option, presented by Wendy's, wherever you get your podcasts.